My name is Jay Moffat, I'm 28 years old and I'm an aircraft engineer. I started riding when I was 6. The story goes, we'd been on an outer island. There was a little monkey bike out there, and then they sort of put me on it and just could ride it. You wouldn't believe what a transformation this place is in the summer. The whole place just starts livening up. You know, seals come back, the migratory penguins come in. You know, the whole breeding season of everything starts, and it's just the whole island just wakes up. Even the smell changes. There's no place in the world I would rather be. What we're looking to the future of the Falklands is, well, as far as I can tell, it's bright. The economy's really strong. We've not really been bit by the recession as yet, touch wood. Everything's gaining momentum. The growth, economic growth, doesn't look like it's slowing down, and we might have oil on the horizon as well. So, like I said, it's a bright future.
My name's Deon Ponce. I'm 33 years old, I think. Occupation, doing voyages to the Antarctic and South Georgia. I've been involved a little bit with Life in the Freezer, and recently Frozen Planet. We were involved for three years with that, 3 seasons. Very often it's all about filming something new, never done before, so going somewhere new, trying something different, which is what we enjoy. We've still got the original 50-foot sailing yacht that we used to live on as a family. I lived on board the boat till I was probably 8 years old, I think, full time. Yeah, I was at 8 the first time we moved into a house, which was here in the Falklands. We then lived on a farm out on the west, which we still do. For me, it's just nice to be somewhere distant.
My name's Troy Bowles, 38 years old, and I'm Chief Pilot for Falkland Islands Government Service. Almost by fluke, I came back to the islands from college, not really knowing what I wanted to do. Got a job with the Department of Agriculture for several years, and during that time got offered a football trial in the UK, so I went away and spent pre-season with Port Vale Football Club. Wasn't good enough to be kept on, so I came back and literally got off the aeroplane and heard on the local radio they're advertising for trainee pilots for fire gas. So I telephoned a couple of people who worked for the company already, spoke to them about it and decided to apply, and fortunately got offered the training in a few weeks. The right to self-determination is something that I guess a lot of people don't really have to think about in their day-to-day lives. It's just something that Falkland Islanders find themselves having to be concerned about all the time. It's sort of way of life forced upon you, I guess. It's not something you would normally want to be concerned about, but with our neighbours the way they are, it's something we have to be concerned about here, unfortunately.
My name is Ben Cockwell. I've lived out in Fox Bay most of my life. From my childhood, my most distinct memories are of '82. I was 6 years old at the time. At that age, you're nothing really scared by anything, but you're aware of the intensity of it. And I can remember me and my brother being held at gunpoint by a conscript while my parents were taken away to search the house for Marines or something like that. And I can just remember, because he was there with his gun, and so that makes an impression, but I can just remember he was really scared. You know, they all were, the young conscripts. There's a lot of legacy here from it. I mean, the obvious one is the minefields, but so it's still very much part of Falklands culture. Well, it's sort of memory of what happened and and a bit of distrust and yeah, fear too. You know, it's not that anybody thinks it's going to happen again, but it's left its mark. You know, very much has left its mark.
I think we're the most southerly beacon that's going to be lit. It's just going to be a huge community party down here in the middle of winter. It's a little bit of a shame, you know, people coming to the islands, they don't always get to see it in its best light with all the wildlife and the sunshine. You know, you say, oh, well, I'm born here, and they say, oh, really? And, you know, just occasionally you get the odd one that sort of thinks that that's something to, you know, for you. And I, you know, it always sort of breaks my heart when they say that, because it's just the most amazing place to live. I love the fact that it is so safe. You know, we all know each other, everybody's taking care of everybody. I've got 2 daughters, and the life they have here is just fantastic. You know, we can come to a beach, we think it's crowded if there's 2 people on it. I think great pride in where we're from, honest, community-based, people who can turn their hand to anything, jacks of all trade. I think that's pretty much, you know,